Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to, hold on, I gotta look up the episode, because I actually usually, this one, I usually look it up before I start the show, so something like this doesn't happen. And this is pretty embarrassing. On last week's episode, I didn't even put the title, the name of the I didn't even put what episode it was. That's pretty embarrassing. But it's episode 27 of What's Better, Raw or Smackdown, where I come on every week and review both shows and decide which one's better. This week, after 2 weeks of absence, he's back.
Yeah, I came back. Back again.
He quit for 2 weeks and then he decided to come back this week because he just couldn't.
I'm CM Punk. I quit and I come back in 2 weeks. Except then I could get buried by Triple H.
Yeah, and then like lose it to Alberto Del Rio for right afterwards and get powerbombed by Kevin Nash. Out of order, but
don't matter.
So just a question before we start. I was gonna let this be what it was and let's let you do your thing. But what the hell is that noise you're making with that? I see a green thing over there. What is that?
This?
Yeah.
The Yoda egg.
Oh, okay.
Yoda candy.
Because I was just gonna let it be what it was, but you kept making so much noise it couldn't be ignored.
Sorry, I'm done with the thing. I just had 2 pieces of candy. That's it.
Okay, so since you missed 2 weeks worth of stuff, so what I did last week is instead of talking about the stuff we missed, I just told someone to click the annotation right here that I didn't even end up posting to watch the my thoughts on the Aftershock Corner like for the past couple of weeks. So I could tell the fans to do the same thing, or can you just sum up what you think of what's been going on the past couple of weeks in like a minute and a half? I think you can.
Braun is the most over guy on Raw. Jinder Mahal, what the fuck?
And then the Superstar Shakeup, that was pretty cool.
Advantage SmackDown.
Last week was a bad example though.
Yeah, I know, but just saying they got more talented people on SmackDown.
Yeah, they did. I think so I talked about this last week. I think what's going on with SmackDown is because they are in a little bit of a lull because what's going on with SmackDown is they kind of have to rely on Raw because they don't even know because a lot of the storylines are being blown off, like the Randy Orton Bray Wyatt storyline and the Chris Jericho. Yeah, it's not for the title, which is weird. I personally think it's kind of dumb because what's the point of having the match if it's not going to be for the title? Because that's the whole reason why he wanted to have this match.
Dude,
I think
keep it unpredictable, but we all know what's going to happen.
I mean, it's Bray Wyatt in a match. What do you think's going to happen? So,
Bray Wyatt loses. LOL.
And I was going to suggest that we do because this is the go home show for Raw for Payback, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I was going to suggest that we do
become the.
I was going to suggest we do the predictions, but then that's probably not the best idea because then Chris could just come watch this video and then you'll lose the title match.
Yeah, exactly. So that's I'm not going to do the predictions now. Predictions come on Friday. He picks first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the soon 4-time Aftershock Corner champion.
Which you can subscribe to on the Less Than Important 44 channel. I normally save the plugs for the end, but since we're talking about it.
Yeah, just that's it. That's all I'm going to say on that.
But yeah, I think what's going on with SmackDown is they have to blow off a lot of the feuds that they had at least for SmackDown with the main title match that's not going to be for the WWE title. They didn't even like really say it was for the title or not too. I feel like that's bad marketing by the WWE because we literally had to look that up ourselves. They didn't tell us it was for the title. Like they said it was for the title, then they changed their minds like a week ago.
Later. Yeah.
So I think what happened though is I heard we were supposed to have Heel Shall Not Be Named get traded to SmackDown, and then AJ Styles was supposed to go to Raw. but the last minute they change it. I'm assuming what happened is they obviously Bray Wyatt was one of the changes. Because I guess I heard the punishing Bray Wyatt, but she's been punished his entire career pretty much.
Already?
I know.
They worked already?
I was thinking when I heard punished, like, so if he's being so what do we call this? I guess it's a push. I guess this is a Bray Wyatt's version of a push.
That's sad. That's sad.
And then Kevin Owens
too. Like, he's actually legitimately working out and trying to lose weight. So he's working on his craft to get better. And they don't use him. He's one of their homegrown talents, and they don't use him. And
then this House of Hoa match, they're not really gonna his ideas aren't gonna be utilized, which is a bad sign that this match is probably gonna suck a cock.
Oh, it already was. It wasn't gonna matter.
I think at least if Wyatt could have some of his ideas, though, the match would have had its moments. Like, I don't even know what this match is going to be. If it's going to be like a version of the Final Deletion, because he's talking about like how he's going to burn the whole house down, or if it's going to be, like you said, a cage match with weapons in it. But it doesn't seem like they're going. I don't even think the WWE knows, because I don't know if you heard.
The only way this match will be redeemed if someone goes to a flaming effing table.
Or maybe if
would that just be the perfect ending for that? Someone goes through a burning fucking table?
That'd be great. Or the only way it can be redeemed is if Wyatt wins, because if Wyatt doesn't win, the match sucks.
Yep.
But yeah, I definitely think they made the last minute changes because Hio Sean not be named was supposed to go to SmackDown, but then they decided to have Bray Wyatt go. Kevin Owens come to SmackDown instead, which is probably why they had to have Dean go to Raw, because Raw wouldn't have wouldn't have a mid-card champion. I mean, I guess definitely you could say the Cruiserweight title, but that's more of like an undercard title. And then Bray Wyatt they had Bray Wyatt go to Raw because they didn't want to have it. Because I think if SmackDown had lost AJ Styles, SmackDown still would have benefited because they would have Kevin Owens and everything. But SmackDown would have lost a huge name because they would have lost Dean Ambrose. And they lost another big star in and Bray Wyatt. Yep. And then they would have lost AJ Styles, and that kind of would have killed SmackDown.
Should I address the elephant in the room of Jinder Mahal?
Oh, yeah.
Can I talk about that? Because I haven't really had a good chance to talk about it on air.
I know, because we got cut off when we did the Aftershock Corner last week.
Or we got to the big news. Yep. All right. So, Jinder Mahal. There's actually a band of people out there that I call them, they're called Jinder Mahal. You heard about?
Jinder Mahal what?
Crap, connection went out.
Yeah.
Have you heard of these people?
The connection. I don't think I'm not meant to hear these people because it keeps cutting out every time you go to tell me it.
These Jinder Mahal sympathetics.
So is that so? Would
that would be titled Push.
Yeah, I know one. I know one of them. We both know one of them. Yeah, we both do.
Yeah. Yep. So here's the thing with Jinder, and what I've always thought of Jinder. I thought he was, he was not bad as a wrestler. I don't think he's a bad wrestler. In fact, he'll probably have a good match with Orton. He should, at least. Two competent guys in the ring. Where I have a guy who won a grand total of 5 matches. 5. In the span of a year.
The last time he won
the last time he won a match, like he got the pin in, was against Jack Swagger.
I thought so.
In September. Back in September is when he got his last one-on-one win.
And he sent Jack Swagger off Raw, too.
He's essentially been a jobber. He's been a jobber. It's like giving, James Ellsworth a wait. Oh, wait. They did that.
They did that.
I'm sorry, but a lot of people's like, well, he's getting good heat. Well, there's such a thing as bad heat. This is not good heat. Okay? This is bad heat. And this is like It's like, say Stephanie McMahon won the Universal title. That would get a ton of heat, right?
But that wouldn't be good. Yeah, it would.
Does that mean it's good?
No.
Exactly. I mean, take a look at the rest of the people in the match. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper will be my first two guesses of who would win the match.
Because it would have made sense.
Yeah, because Orton's feuding with the Wyatt family, right?
Yeah. And
he's a jobber, too. But at least he had the story backing behind him. Now I don't even know what he's going to... So what, they're going to have a feud against each other?
I mean, Eric Rowan laid out the champ. We were at that show. He laid out Randy Orton a week before this match.
Yep. So what? That's where that's going? And then we got... Who else was in that match? Then we have Sami Zayn, who took the pin, by the way.
Who shouldn't have taken the pin?
I would say this. He probably is going to be feuding with Baron, with Corbin. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Who else do we have in this? Mojo Rawley, who I'm sorry is terrible.
The only
he is awful.
The only reason he gets over is because of Gronk.
Yeah, it's not him that's getting over. It's the fact that he is friends with Rob Gronkowski.
And ironically enough, I don't watch football anyways, but because of his alliance with Mojo Rawley, I'm not a huge fan of Gronk at the moment. Guilty by association, I guess. Actually, I want a segment.
That's how it works.
I want a segment to happen where Rusev comes out and just crushes both of them, and just puts Gronk in the accolade for like 30 minutes. Was probably gonna get a lot.
I don't want that. I don't want Gronk anywhere near the ring.
I at least want. Well, do you remember? I watched the NXT Takeover actually this morning because it was 2 a.m. And Rusev remember the segment where Rusev crushed not Jinder Mahal. Well, he did that too, but when he crushed Mojo Rawley at NXT Takeover, I want that to happen again.
I'm sorry, but Mojo's just not that good. He's an awful promo, and he's an awful mic worker, and an awful in-ring worker.
Oh yeah.
At best, he's a undercard tag team goof.
And actually, I just remembered Dolph Ziggler was in that match, and I completely forgot about it.
Dolph Ziggler was in that match, and quite frankly, Dolph is just you want to just get Dolph is going into a feud with Shinsuke, so you can't really do anything with him. But Jinder Mahal, I'm sorry, but that's stupid. It's so goddamn stupid. If he wins the title, it's still stupid. Because it would just devalue the belt. Even more so.
And especially too, because a champion hasn't walked into a pay-per-view yet and retained their title yet. For the WWE champion I'm talking about.
Yeah, no one has so far walked into a pay-per-view and retained the belt.
And then
I mean this is really stupid.
We also have this too. I know this is my comment. He doesn't deserve a title match. He deserves a wellness test.
All right, that's another thing on his abuse that his may or may not be taking roids, which again he hasn't failed the test. So I can't really I mean, I make jokes that he's got the piss bitch with him. All right.
Yes.
But he hasn't failed the test yet for a glorified jobber.
Who knows the test in them though? There's no proof that that he's actually been tested.
Oh, the random test. That's how they work. And quite frankly, on the whole steroid thing and the whole. Listen, I'm gonna sound like a really, really horrible person. I don't care. I don't honestly care. I don't. Steroids have been a part of wrestling for years, and quite frankly, a lot of top guys got away from protesting Cena Batista. You know, there's a lot of top guys that, you know, they get away with it. Brock Lesnar's another one.
Yeah, he got away. I was about to say no, but technically he did. WWE wise, he got away with it.
Yeah, I'm saying in terms of WWE. I'm not saying in terms of UFC. UFC got suspended for a year. But you see my point?
Yeah,
they're not going to do anything, so really, there's no point in complaining about it.
That's true. I mean, I think we're just so strict about it because of the whole situation with Chris Benoit that happened.
Yeah,
I personally don't.
We're approaching 10 years now on that.
I just think it's weird because the WWE is usually very proactive about testing people, and yet,
Jinder gets off scot-free.
Yeah.
Then again, it's like this is all mere speculation. Again, all mere speculation here.
I definitely think he's on some voids because
he probably is. That out anyone else on the roster. Seriously.
Yeah, I guess I could say.
Some of these.
I mean,
because you know what Vince used to do? Roids.
Yeah, he did roids.
Take a look at him in 06. Tell me he was not on steroids. Holy crap.
But you got to definitely say he looks different from like, because he. But then again, he was gone from wrestling too for like about a couple years when he came back. So I definitely think there's some steroid. Maybe there is some steroids, but not as much as probably I'm saying there is. Maybe
I don't think that because trust me when I tell you, and I want to burst the bubble for everybody here. All the wrestlers here, most wrestlers, generally use steroids, especially in WWE. They're going to be on camera a lot. They generally do.
They what?
Promo. They generally are drug abusers.
I mean, that's how.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that's how. It's definitely better now, but it's definitely.
It's still prominent.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's still prominent.
I mean, like But yeah, Hulk Hogan was on steroids for a while.
Warrior, Luger. I mean, Luger right now, he's in a bad shape. Bad way. Let's Luger.
Oh, yeah. Eddie. Obviously, Chris Benoit.
Yep. I'm sorry, but I think H was on steroids.
Batista, obviously. I mean...
Batista tore the peck off his bone. That's an injury you can only get through steroids.
We could go for days and days and days and talk and list the wrestlers. So...
Hey, man, you want me to give one more? Just to piss everybody off?
Okay. I guess it pissed off the Google Chrome because it cut you off.
Shut down. As soon as I said that, boom, I shut it down. It broke the internet. You're going to get a lot of hate. How dare you put that guy on the show that hates John Cena? Oh, God. Help me. Oh, man. Oh, how dare you think he abuses steroids even though he got an injury that is only gotten through steroid abuse. Oh, Lord.
But anyhow, so yeah, that's the whole thoughts on the Jinder Mahal. But let's actually preview
Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, so I have like this little article that tells you everything that's gonna. Well, you know, on the network thing that I send every week. I'm not gonna read. Yeah, I'm not gonna read it off this time just because there's two of us here. I'll just read the what the headline is. Obviously, we're gonna one match though that's gonna happen is we're gonna have the first ever dumpster match. It's I believe WrestleMania 14. Braun Strowman versus Kalisto. Because
great, another week that Braun Strowman looks strong and gets more over.
You know, Braun Strowman has a pay-per-view match coming up. I don't remember who's wrestling, and I don't care who's wrestling because I'm not gonna watch his match, unless I'm watching it off somebody else's network. I expect my TV to go black at like the end of this match, like right when it's over, the TV's just gonna go black. So
why?
Either we'll go black or we'll change to Impractical Jokers, or I'll be on my phone watching something, but the TV will be off. And then, but yeah, I expect Braun Strowman to look really strong because they're building him up probably to either win or fake or become the #1 contender at some point to the WWE Universal title against Brock Lesnar. I would say maybe at SummerSlam, but that might be too long to wait. I would do it maybe the next Raw exclusive pay-per-view, but that all depends on Brock Lesnar's. Brock Lesnar decides when he wrestles, so.
I've been saying this for a long time, and ever since the dispute started, here's what I would do. I would have Braun squash him in about 2 minutes.
Who's this?
Braun squashes the person we don't talk about.
Oh, yeah.
In 2 minutes.
I would definitely.
He wins the WWE title from Brock Lesnar in a squash.
The Universal title.
Yep, and wins the Universal title.
The title's on. Yeah, he's not winning the WWE title, because then he'd have to go to Smackdown.
Then I would have him. All of his main events have to be squashes. All right, and have him like just. What's the move that he uses? The power slam, right? The running power slam's his finisher.
Yeah,
that's how he ends every match. Power slam, power slam. So as soon as you see that power slam happen, you know it's over. 1, 2, get to WrestleMania, where he faces off against the first Universal Champion, Finn Balor.
Ooh, that'd be good.
2 minutes in, power slams hit. 1, 2, and Finn kicks out. Major pop will happen because you build up the move for about 8 months. You got no one can kick out of it yet. Actually, you don't have anyone doing a running power slam. All right, the move gets over. And see, there's the finisher. There's a finisher kick out that works. It's actually legitimately shocking when it happens. Braun's so frustrated.
But no one in the WWE.
Gets up, do it again. Finn slips out. He hits the drop kick. And he hits the coup de grace. And he gets him up for the Bloody Sunday. And he wins the Universal title. I know it's only a 5-minute match at WrestleMania, but it'd be awesome.
I mean, they had a 6-minute match this year at WrestleMania, and it was the best one-star match I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly, it was the most entertaining. See, that would be awesome if they did that.
But no one in the WWE.
Have him lose the pay-per-view.
Actually, I was gonna say, even if Braun Strowman wins, his finisher's gonna get kicked out of.
I know. It just I know. It's a little bit much on that one. But I will present this idea at the Aftershock Corner when I'm on it.
And then you can plug that you said. And then you can plug that you say here.
Yep.
Are you gonna give So how are you gonna do your prediction for Braun Strowman versus the guy? Are you gonna save that for? Are you gonna give a prediction, or are you just gonna skip it?
I'm just saying that's what they should do. It's not my prediction yet, but I think that's what they should do.
But yeah, so poor Kalisto, they finally got him on Raw with the Cruiserweight division. In his first match in, he's gonna get swapped. The first show he had, he got destroyed by I almost said Baron Corbin, by Braun Strowman.
Corbin again raped him.
Well, pretty much, I guess he pretty much traded monsters. I guess everybody wants to turn at Kalisto.
He ain't finished with them yet.
Kalisto should be, but all seriousness, Kalisto really should be in the Cruiserweight division. Maybe it's coming, but I have no clue. He should just go in the Cruiserweight division. The problem is you have so many guys in the Cruiserweight division that don't get. I mean, you very rarely see half of them on the division. I went on the roster the other day. I think half of them just wrestle on main event. Great utilization of these wrestlers because no one watches main event.
Great. Main event's not even a thing anymore. It doesn't even exist.
They can't even put it on the network for 30 days. So who's gonna want to go watch a main event episode from 30 days old?
Yep. All right.
So then it says the next thing that it talks about is the whole feud between Alexa Bliss and Bayley. I'll just say this: I'm interested, but right now I just think these are plot devices to get to Bayley, Sasha at SummerSlam. So
we know what they really want.
And actually, if Alexa Bliss won the title, though, I would be shocked. But it wouldn't make any sense at all, especially too because unless Sasha's turned heel and cost her the match, then it would make sense. But you're better off having
Sasha's gotta be on her own.
Huh?
On her own. No alliance. On her own.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Sasha Banks is gonna, I don't think she's coming out doing this match. She's obviously pretending to be her best friend, and if this angle's done right, and she turns on her, it will be awesome.
SummerSlam.
Mainly because it just kind of sucks that we have to wait that long. Not because of the storyboarding, but because I just really hate Sasha Banks as this face character that's Bayley's best friend, and we have to see that the next few.
I'm so happy for you.
That's
oh my god, she's so much better as a bitch.
She did, and it was right. Yeah, literally, it was gonna happen until Alexa Bliss ruined it.
Way to go, Alexa. Way to go, Alexa.
So if there's anyone you want to blame for the character still being a thing, it's Alexa Bliss at the moment.
Alexa Bliss.
But obviously, Alexa Bliss ended up winning a Fatal 4 match that was awful. Thank God. You're lucky you missed that match, John, because it was just terrible. To become the #1 contender to the Raw Women's title, and
I didn't see it, so can't really judge if it was terrible or not.
Yeah.
But I'll take your word for it.
But yeah, Alexa Bliss, Bayley are gonna fight for the Raw Women's title. That match should be good. I believe they had a match on NXT for the NXT Women's title that I liked. But I think the match will be better here because it'll be on it'll be on a pay-per-view. But yeah, Alexa won't win. I have a feeling Alexa's not going to be utilized probably as well on Raw as she would be on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, she's going to be going into a feud with someone like who else is the face on Dana Brooke? No,
oh my gosh. What's that? I mean, don't even go. That's probably going to be a segment on the show tonight. Another Dana Brooke Emma segment.
Boo! Suck.
And then but yeah, so probably go into a feud with I think there's only one face. I think there's only 2 faces. Okay, I guess Mickie James because they were in an alliance on SmackDown, but
that never got resolved.
I know. And even Alexa Bliss is I'm away from all that SmackDown drama, and then Mickie James comes out.
Yeah, so it's probably the next feud for her.
And then and then Bayley will feud with Nia Fats, and Bayley will no one's gonna care about it. The match will be terrible. They couldn't even have a good match on NXT. I feel sometimes if you can't have a good match on NXT as a women's match, you just should never have a match on the main roster. Because it's pretty hard to have a bad women's match in NXT. There's only the only people that are capable of that are Nia Jax and Nikki Cross.
They blow. And I don't mean that because they're women, but they are terrible.
But the way Nikki Cross looks, I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, but
I don't want to be shocked.
Another thing it talks about is the whole feud that's between Dean Ambrose and The Miz. I'm enjoying the feud. I kind of hate the fact that The Miz is on Raw because he does not feel like he's as big of a deal on Raw as he is on SmackDown. And now it kind of makes Daniel Bryan being the GM of SmackDown kind of pointless because
he never resolved the feud.
Because they had Cena had to have his proposal.
20 minutes of my life that I'll never get back.
And I guess I could tell the story today. So for weeks I was on this segment trashing The Miz and Maurice's parody of John Cena and Nikki Bella, but we were getting into a debate with our friend from school about the whole John Cena proposal situation, and me and John were actually talking about it. Then I'm like, you know what? I actually like these segments now because everything that the Miz says in these segments is
true.
Probably not everything.
What a shock! I laugh hysterically at people that make fun of John Cena.
No, because it's so funny because everything that the Miz says is true. Like Cena's robotic, and I like the way how he talks like robotic towards Cena. And you even had a funny joke earlier about how the whole joke with Vince.
I think Vince is a warehouse of Cena bots. That whenever one breaks down, shit, gotta go down another one. Program it to propose.
I actually kind of wonder what you since he's off doing
all his shirts. They're all there.
And then
the Super Cena.
And then occasionally, I think the real one is like the one that actually is cutting from promos from his heart, like the one. But occasionally, it's on occasions. But overall, I'm enjoying the feud between Dean Ambrose and The Miz. And I'm actually, and again, The Miz is actually right about Dean Ambrose. He was lazy for a while. It definitely feels like ironically enough, it definitely feels like.
The Miz speaks truth.
I know, it's so weird. But everyone, and I think that's why everyone hates him, because he speaks the truth. Because no one wants to hear the truth.
Yep, like remember when he was talking to Brian about how he works safe and he never gets injured? That's right.
I think he's
true.
right.
He's never injured anybody.
Yes, he has. Our truth. Remember that match?
When he injured our truth?
It was like doing like a 6-pack challenge. Our Truth went to do the dive over the ropes, and Our Truth ended up.
Spot?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't get hurt. Miz does not get hurt.
I mean, where's Daniel Bryan right now?
As a GM with the pregnant wife.
I actually wonder if Daniel Bryan finally caved in and just decided to have kids because he was like, you know what, I can't wrestle anymore. Forget it. I will just have a kid. Can you imagine? I am kind of disappointed now because that Cena's on Smackdown and Miz is on Raw because I kind of now want to see those Cena and Miz parodies.
Now that you actually like them.
Now I can't even have
seriously.
them.
Yeah, no, seriously. Rewatch them, and you'll actually hilarious. And you can look at it from that point of view. Like my point of view, and that's seen to being a fake.
Yeah. Because like we said, Maurice makes a better Nikki Bella than Nikki Bella.
She's hot. She's hotter than Nikki.
I think Nikki Bella.
Like if you let me ask you, who's hotter, Nikki Bella or Maurice?
I'd say Maurice.
Yeah.
Mainly because
not really that close. So.
Yeah. I think to me, because Nikki's all fake, and I just don't find fake girls all that attractive. So.
No, you can tell. I can tell that Maurice is kind of natural.
Yeah.
Sort of. She just comes like a nice person to be around too. Hold on a second, I got to take care of them.
Come on, PJ. We're doing a show. But anyhow, yeah, so I like this feud between Dean Ambrose and The Miz. I think it's I like how they're involved in the Intercontinental Championship, and I hope that they have The Miz win the IC title because if I'm thinking about it, we're not going to have a WWE Universal Champion for a few months, and the IC title is going to be the big belt on Raw. I think The Miz is the perfect person to carry that IC title and make it mean something. So I hope that's what happens. It's probably not going to happen because it's not going to happen. Yeah, because Dean Ambrose really isn't doing a lot with the title, and when The Miz holds a mid-card title, it actually elevates the mid-card championship, and he can do a lot. We're not really going to talk a lot about the Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton thing, and I'll tell John that when he comes back, just because of the fact that we already kind of covered it. The fact that it's not for the title was just weird. And this match, I mentioned this, I think, 2 weeks ago. I don't know if I did or not. I don't know if I mentioned it here on the Aftershock Corner, which again you can check out. But what was it? But I heard the WWE released a poll out about the certain type of things you want to use, and some of the things are like bugs, like a lot of weird stuff. So I don't know if we're getting like final deletion, if we're gonna get like the compound thing they did with the New Day last year. I don't know where this is going. So I don't really know how I feel about the House of Horror match itself, but whatever. We'll have to wait and see. But apparently, if it's not a good sign if the WWE doesn't know, though. That's just not a good sign. But yeah, I'll just tell you what I said. We're not only going to cover a lot of what happened with the House of Horrors match because we kind of already covered it. But I mentioned, I don't know if you know about this, but WWE.com posted a poll about what they would like to see, the fans would like to see in the House of Horrors match, and one of the weapons options was like bugs and stuff. I don't know if you heard about that.
Nope.
So that's just kind of a bad sign because if the WWE doesn't know, then that's a bad. I have a feeling they'll like piece together this match like 30 minutes before the pay-per-view goes off the air. No, off the air. Yeah, okay, on the air. But we'll have to wait and see. So that's all the stuff they talked about on Raw. I'd say I'm looking forward to Raw. I usually look forward to Raw every week if it's the go-home show or the pay-per-view because I expect it to deliver because it's a pay-per-view coming up and then it doesn't and then they come on here and bitch about it because that's normally what happens when they have a go-home show for a pay-per-view. They actually don't deliver. That's weird. And
no, they don't. Yes, I agree.
And it seems like I don't learn my lesson when it comes to that because then I come on here and say the show's going to deliver. It's the go-home show of a pay-per-view and then it doesn't happen. But
well,
Smackdown does.
The go-home show should deliver. Us favored.
Yeah. I'm not saying like I'm not saying that this match they should have like matches where like people are like flying off the stage because then they can't wrestle at the pay-per-view. But I'm saying, they should release the storyline should be better. I kind of can't wait to see what they do with Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe this week. I like their feud, but it doesn't really feel like it's got like the main event slot as much as it should have. I hope this week it gets that because last week they kind of had to focus on building up Braun Strowman because, if he had just won his match at Fastlane and at WrestleMania, they wouldn't have to do that. And they're probably building him up so that way some wrestler who I heard his name was like Leaky and FCW is coming in. I think Leaky from FCW is debuting, John. I heard he's a terrible talent.
That's a great sign. You know what they should do? They should have him lose for about 6 months and have him get a WWE title match.
Yeah. I mean, you got to I mean, Leaky's like a great superstar, He was in FCW and then he went to NXT for a while and he like vanished.
Wait, where's he from?
Samoa.
Because they have a big viewership jump in Samoa. Go get it.
He's in that whole family with The Rock and everybody, so he can't be all bad, right?
Family? Yeah.
Other things that are probably going to happen on Raw is I expect Sheamus and Matt Hardy to have a match this week because Jeff Hardy and Cesaro had a match last week, so they have to push that feud, which Sheamus should win because Cesaro and Sheamus don't have a lot of momentum going into the pay-per-view. It just kind of sucks that Matt Hardy has to lose his first match back on Raw. So, but this feud between Cesaro and Sheamus and the Hardy Boys is awkward because it's face-face. And I don't usually mind face-face feuds, but the way they're going about this face-face feud is just really awkward because they just wrestle matches and they don't really have a lot of reason why they're fighting. Right now, they don't have a top heel tag team at the moment because Gallows and Anderson don't do crap. The Revival is kind of missing in action because Dash Wilder got injured. So they don't have a lot of heel teams at the moment. And then else do I expect to happen? I expect Chris Jericho to do something good. I actually kind of want something to happen where Kevin Owens just ambushes Chris Jericho and invades Raw and say hi to John's dog.
DJ, nope, there he goes. DJ, come here. Come here.
But yeah, I kind of want something to happen where where Kevin Owens invades Raw and ambushes Chris Jericho, because that would be cool.
There, got him. DJ, say hello to my dog's butt.
I know you got it. The dogs, animals make reviews. Actually, don't. I hope I can get this in the thumbnail with it. Ooh.
PJ. Oh God. Oh. All right. Keep going. All right.
Okay. That's probably gonna get us some views. But yeah,
Good.
So Raw looks like I said, Raw looks like it could be a good show because it's the go-home show of a pay-per-view. They have some good They have some good stuff. Obviously, I'm not really looking forward. I look forward to seeing Braun Strowman's dominance and just absolutely murdering Kalisto. Even though I'm gonna hate it a little bit because it's Kalisto. Because Kalisto should be in the cruiserweight division. They definitely lost faith in Kalisto. I think what happened is his push didn't really work.
You got that promo.
Yeah,
he cut that promo.
His push didn't really work out the way they wanted to, and then all of a sudden they're just like, yeah, we changed our mind. We don't want to put. I feel like WWE like teases people like, we were just kidding. We just wanted to make it look like we were gonna push you, so that way you would sign a new contract. Well,
that's Dolph Ziggler's career.
Yeah. What else do I expect to come out good? I can't wait to see what they do with Seth Rollins and Joe, even though we don't even know what they're doing. And like I said, I want to see Kevin Owens come on Raw tonight and just ambush Chris Jericho because that'd be cool. And then Jericho go to SmackDown and ambush Kevin Owens because, or at least the counterculture, have Bray Wyatt assault Randy Orton with his mind games because I would like to see them a physical confrontation between those two, and having them invade Raw would be cool. And then like people will flip out about it because they're not supposed to be there because it's Raw, not SmackDown, or vice versa. And everyone's going to be like, he doesn't work here, even though he works in the WWE. It says he works in a WWE contract. Yeah. But anyhow, what about you, John? Are you expecting anything big from Raw? Or are you just going to expect another weird go-home show of Raw?
I'm expecting something good because it's the go-home show.
And then you and I will come on here tomorrow and be like, it was the go-home show and they didn't deliver.
That's how it works.
If that happens, I say we should do something big if that doesn't happen. Like if that.
Yep.
Like if that doesn't happen, then we'll do the whole I feel like if that doesn't happen, we can't say one negative. Well, actually, no, we can't. I was gonna say we can't say one negative thing about Raw, but then that kind of defeats the purpose of doing the show.
Yeah, we're all negative here.
If that doesn't happen, then we have to name 5 things we like about John Cena.
What?
If Raw ends up being like a good show, go home show.
Raw's not good. The go home show is actually a good go home show that gets us to care about the pay per view. 5 good things about John Cena.
So I have a feeling we're going to be judging Raw very critically tonight.
Yep.
I feel like you are too, so you don't have to do that. All right, but
I don't have 5 good things to say about him.
All right, so while we're here, let's preview SmackDown, so we don't have to come back and do it tomorrow, because that's usually what I get stuck doing.
All right.
Obviously, we know one match because they don't have the thin. We're gonna have a SmackDown Women's Championship match between Naomi and Charlotte because Charlotte won the opportunity by defeating Naomi last week.
But I got a feeling that my championship counter is gonna go up to 20.
Oh, what? The title change in hands?
Yeah, that's my championship counter.
Yeah, I agree. Because, I guess, Naomi, they didn't really want to have a hold the SmackDown Women's title all that long, so they're just going to be like, okay, Naomi, we're going to have you lose the title now. And Charlotte Flair is now on SmackDown. I mean, I'm pretty happy about it because she needed to switch brands because it actually helped freshen Raw up a little bit because she was now she can do a thing on SmackDown. And I expect her to have to win the SmackDown Women's title 24 times before she gets traded to Raw or goes off TV for a while. But yeah, this match should be good. They had a decent match last week. It's hard for me to care about it because they already gave this match away for well, I can't really say for free, but they already gave this match away last week in the non-title match. So I don't know what they could do in the title match. I for some odd reason, I think that Natalia's little group between Carmelo and Tamina Snuka could like interfere and attack one of them, cause it a disqualification, which I wouldn't like. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but then it wouldn't really make any sense because they were so upset that Charlotte got this opportunity. They didn't do anything about it last week, so why would they decide to do anything about it this week? And I also hate disqualification finishes, and that would just be a disqualification finish I would hate because pretty much they're going to set up a jobber faction between Tamina Snuka, Carmella, James Ellsworth, who's like the ultimate jobber, and
Chris Fitch.
I thought we were going to get an Ellsworth impersonation first time ever, but we can't really see it because the camera's being weird.
Yeah.
What else do I expect?
I don't have a beer for it anymore.
What else do I expect to happen this week on SmackDown? Because they haven't really announced anything. I don't even know if they're going to build up Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal yet. Probably not, because Randy Orton has a match to focus on. I would like to see Bray Wyatt completely ambush Randy Orton on this show, because that'd be cool. I expect this. I expect them to kind of finally build up Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. They're probably not going to do it too much, because they don't want to make it too predictable that Kevin Owens is retaining his U.S. title. Even though if you don't know, Chris Jericho isn't going to be in the company much longer after Payback. Is he leaving right after Payback, or will he work Raw the next night?
I think he's leaving after Payback.
Okay, so no Raw for Chris Jericho. So Raw for Chris Jericho. Raw is going to take a big hit after. Raw is going to take a big hit after Payback because they're going to lose Chris Jericho, who was awesome. I'm trying to think what else. I expect something. I expect Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin to start their feud because that would be cool. I actually would like to see a rematch with AJ Styles and Baron Corbin because they didn't really have when they had the match last week, there was like a weird finish, so I would like to see that happen again. Please chant Fire Bradshaw at JBL, but then again, I probably won't hear it because they'll mute the crowd.
It's not going to matter.
I'm trying to think. I can't really think of anything else. What else can we expect to see on SmackDown? Because I can't. The tag team division's not going to be anything exciting probably this week.
Something with Primo.
Something with Primo and Epico Cologne. I guess they
something with the Cologne brothers.
So I guess they dropped the Shining Stars tag team, which I'm kind of happy about. But I still don't. I expect them to get pushed for like 3 weeks, and then they'll be jobbers within like 3 weeks.
Yep.
And I want to see Shinsuke on the show. That'd be awesome. Maybe start to build up that Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura feud. We did. What else for SmackDown? Like I said, SmackDown's kind of slow right now because they have to get past Payback first. After these two matches that where Chris Jericho's either coming to SmackDown, he's not coming to SmackDown, and then after the Bray Wyatt Randy Orton match. But then again, now that match really doesn't matter what happens because it's not for the title. I wonder if the interest would be better though if it was for the title, because then you could say, is the WWE title going to go to Raw? Is Bray Wyatt coming back to SmackDown? Because I feel like that's what interests well, obviously the Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho match has good storytelling behind it. But what I was also selling the match is that whether or not Jericho's coming to SmackDown. So they're really doing a good job playing up that angle, but they kind of lost that with the whole Randy Orton Bray Wyatt angle. But anyhow, I expect SmackDown to be an all-right show. But I could be wrong. SmackDown can really deliver a great show. Last week was a bad example. But SmackDown overall, like I said, SmackDown's won this series 14 out of 12 times for me. So
14 out of 12?
Yeah.
Dude, that makes no sense.
What do you mean?
Well, when you say 14 out of 12, that means that it's 14 is in the numerator and 12 is the denominator. What do you mean 12 out of 14 times?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I put it in the wrong spot.
Yeah, sorry, math guy here. Can Raw keep up its perfect record with me at 1-0?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
You've only been on the show for like 1 week.
Yep.
And you actually came on in a good week too.
Yep.
But yeah, we're not gonna do the plugs yet because we still have to come back later on in this video. Because I'm gonna edit this with my the second portion that we're gonna make. So I guess we should say see you later, I guess, and we'll probably come back. Do you want to come back and do this Tuesday night or Wednesday?
We'll do this Tuesday. We'll do it Tuesday.
Okay, right after Talking Smack?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I got to watch that, 1 hour show we watched when, in between Talking Smack.
The 1 hour piss break?
Yeah.
The 1 hour piss break.
Which you could check out the reviews of that on my Wrestling Fortune 44 channel. Yeah, I guess, what do I even say? I can't really say see you later because I guess we'll talk to you later and come get back and give you our thoughts on Raw and SmackDown later on. So let's hope. What do you want to win this week? Do you want SmackDown to win, or do you want Raw to win?
I want a good show. I want good competitive shows.
You know what sucks though? There's some. I've had 1 week where they both suck, so I had to kind of pick which one sucked less.
No, in that case, I say no. They don't deserve it. It's a tie.
That's not how this show works, buddy. It's you have to pick.
You have to
pick one.
You can tie on this show. I have set the precedent.
I don't think you're in those type of hosted to make those type of decisions yet. You've only run the show for 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks yet because this hasn't uploaded yet.
I am taking a hostile takeover.
Well, actually, there was good. Actually, I'll tell you when we get off air. But yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll talk to you later when we. I have a feeling there's gonna be this time where he's gonna like SmackDown better. I'm gonna like Raw better, and we're gonna get into a big debate, and we're gonna exchange into fisticuffs.
That's the point of this. So.
I'll end up cracking my computer, and then you'll be like, I'll have a nervous breakdown about that he thought SmackDown was better than Raw 1 week when Raw was truly better.
Come on, take it.
And one thing you could say about the show, this was the first time ever a dog has appeared on this show.
Yep. Come on, PJ, come on. Come here. Come on.
We'll get one more shot at PJ, and then we'll end it. Of course, it froze right when PJ got on John. I think John's leaving us.
No, I'm still on.
Oh, it froze right when PJ climbed on you.
Come on, PJ. PJ, get on camera. No, don't come back.
No, we don't need his
tail's on camera.
His tail's on camera. See that we know what gets the ratings, John, and that's PJ.
The animal always gets it.
Wait, I don't think. I just realized something though. Not a lot of women watch wrestling, so I don't think men's gonna care about as much about the ratings.
I don't know if a puppy can get over in wrestling, the dog can too.
True. So we will film
Part 2 later.
part 2 later. We'll see you guys. I always say that, but I never see. You'll see us at tomorrow on Tuesday.
They tied.
Yeah, we're back to talk about what we thought of the show. He just gave his thoughts.
Yeah.
They tied.
And not in a good way.
No.
They both sucked.
So instead of just like going through, because I don't have the notes in front of me, we'll try to talk about everything, but we'll do a quick rundown mostly, just because.
Great balls of fire.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you guys heard about that. So they decided, here's this great idea, guys. We're gonna bring back Bad Blood. That's gonna put in the old school fans, because everybody knows what Bad Blood is. Just kidding. They were just kidding.
Balls of fire.
Oh my. So yeah.
Every match will be an Inferno match.
Well, a Balls of Fire match.
No. And the only way you win the Inferno match is if you set your opponent's testicles on fire.
Yeah.
Their pubes.
Just great. I wonder what the creative logic behind that was.
And if it's a women's match, their boobs.
Yeah.
Great boobs of fire.
Because but yeah,
that's awesome.
That's gonna be what Brock Lesnar's next WWE Universal Championship defense is
Against probably Braun.
And why don't you talk about what happened with Braun? So remember that in the beginning of this video, the very beginning, you talked about how they should book Braun Strowman, and then I said they're probably gonna ruin it on Sunday. I was wrong.
Yeah, you were wrong. They ruined it on Monday.
So talk about
he's supposed to win. Okay.
Talk about what happened with this whole dumpster match with Kalisto.
So Braun basically kicks Kalisto's ass, and then he loses. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't care. All wins and losses matter.
Yeah.
Not certain ones. That doesn't count. All wins and losses matter. He fucking loses. Right before he goes to a match in pay-per-view, which he should win.
And people are saying Braun Strowman doesn't care if he wins and loses. Well, then why did Braun Strowman kick his ass then?
Exactly.
Because he lost.
Why did he kick his ass? Because he lost.
So if he didn't care, why didn't Braun Strowman just leave? You know, you lost.
It's like, oh well, I lost. Let's go.
I'll go home. I'll still get paid anyways. No, Braun Strowman was pissed that he lost, so he kicked his ass.
Yeah, so they gave him a reason. You don't need to give him a reason to kick his ass. Someone he's going to do it anyway.
So here's how they should have booked it. Braun Strowman absolutely squashed Kalisto. Kalisto gets no off. Maybe like a couple kicks to the legs, and then Braun Strowman just absolutely murders Kalisto.
Bless you.
And if he wants to sneeze on him, he can sneeze on him too, which he probably wouldn't.
As for my, that to me is like really pissed me off this week.
And then obviously afterwards he pushes the dumpster off the stage, which the commentators hyped up like Kalisto like it's gonna be like in a full body cast now.
It literally felt like 3 inches.
Yeah, maybe you'll have a concussion.
Maybe a concussion, but
because you're hitting your head off the.
Yeah, maybe a couple bruises.
Yeah.
But maybe some neck discomfort. Other than that, you're fine.
But yeah, fuck that finish, and yeah, Braun Strowman. And another thing I complain is why didn't Kalisto grab, if it's no disqualifications and Kalisto's trying to wrestle him like a normal wrestling match, why didn't Kalisto, since he can grab any weapon at his disposal, why didn't he, it didn't
because he's dumb.
Yeah. So Kalisto, you're an idiot. Maybe you are garbage. Maybe you are. So what else did I not like on Raw this week? Bray Wyatt's promo I liked, but I just can't take him seriously anymore. Yep. And obviously they had the whole segment with The Miz. I like the opening segment, but it didn't accomplish anything.
Yeah, does that make you want to buy the pay-per-view?
But I liked, they had the highlight reel. Jericho cut the promo, and Owens talk about how he's if he's the face of America, then America's going to be a scary sight. And he goes to put him on the list. He gets cut off by Miz. He introduces Miz TV, takes it over. But before he can say anything, Dean Ambrose comes out because he doesn't like it when the Miz speaks. And Dean Ambrose, this is what I did like. They actually brought up some old storylines.
Yep.
Continuity. Because Dean Ambrose brought up the fact that he destroyed his $15,000 jacket.
Yeah. By the way, they're dropping that feud, by the way.
What?
Ambrose and Miz.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really get why.
They're switching it out with Bray and Finn.
Why? As long as Bray wins that feud, I guess, but why wouldn't they just start going in that direction to begin with? I don't know. Keep that cut in. I don't even remember the last thing we talked about because I got a phone call. So I put my phone in airplane mode actually now. But whatever. What else though?
Stupid shit.
But yeah, anyhow, Ambrose, so then he gets cut off by Miz, he takes it over. Oh yeah, we were talking about how they're dropping the Dean Ambrose,
Miz feud and just having a Dean Ambrose Wyatt feud
Yeah.
and a
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Finn Balor Miz feud.
As long as Ambrose doesn't, as long as the TV doesn't explode in Ambrose's face.
Again.
I have a feeling that will happen.
Yeah, it'll happen again. Some stupid shit will happen. The ring will catch on fire. At the Great Balls of Fire.
That could be a match. Fight with the win, like the whole win on fire.
I don't see why not.
But anyhow, so this leads to a tag team match later on in the show because Kurt Angle tells Miz that if he wants revenge, he can make a tag match. Because Ambrose laid him out in dirty deeds, then he put Maurice on the list for being a Karen wife.
Yep. That asshole.
And Maurice actually said something in front, and then Kurt Angle was like, right back at ya. That was pretty funny. So the Miz goes through this thing where he's trying to find a tag team partner, tries to get Cesaro and Sheamus being tag team partner. No, thank you. He tries to Heath Slater and Curtis Axel got interviewed asking to promote in the movie, and Miz, since they were on the movie together, and he claimed that he helped them get to that movie. They say that they should be their partner.
You'll never work in this town again.
Yeah.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
Lexington?
No, Hollywood, you idiots. And then afterwards, Rhino, who has a plate of crackers, when Maurice is flipping out at everybody, Rhino's like, you need a cracker. And then
she flips it in his face.
And then Rhino's reaction, no crackers for you then. And then
it made me laugh. It made me smile.
Oh, I was do this every week with Rhino with the crackers. Yeah, the last week too. And then
last week I thought was funnier because he just threw it up in the air. Like, oh shit! He got scared the crap out of my bra.
Who lost the Kalisto this week?
Who lost the Kalisto? Fuck! Damn it!
But Rhino fucking... Oh, do this every single fucking... that's the thumbnail of this video, by the way, is Rhino with the crackers.
Yep.
His reaction.
By the way, Scott Steiner not impressed.
Yeah. And then, so eventually, though, we found out that Kurt Angle... No, not Kurt Angle's. The Miz tag team partner found him, and while Kurt Angle was talking to Austin Aries backstage, which was cool to see Kurt Angle and Austin Aries together because of TNA. What's TNA? I don't know. But Miz says that his partner found him, and Elias Sampson is playing the guitar, and Angle's like, that's an interesting choice. And Miz is like, I like Miz's reaction. He's like, no, not him. I don't even know him. It was awesome. Because I have a feeling Miz might not really even know who that is.
No, he doesn't.
And then,
Burial.
Yeah, so at first Miz's partner doesn't show up, so I thought Miz was like using it as an excuse. But Miz like, so the match is canceled, we're gonna have to postpone it. I actually thought he was pulling out a really good heel. Then Kurt Angle's come out, he's like, nah, that ain't happening. You're gonna go in the ring, you're gonna wrestle both of them whether your partner shows up or not.
What an asshole.
So then, and even Booker T, who's supposed to be the face commentator, feels bad for the heel.
Yeah.
And Miz is like, well, Miz shouldn't have run his mouth and come out here. He had this coming. I don't really think he did.
No.
So Miz goes to leave, but Ambrose goes to dirty deeds him through the announce table. And you think the tag team partner would be Kevin Owens since he has a match with Chris Jericho at Payback, and it actually would be kind of cool. It's Bray Wyatt, which was cool the way he showed up. He hit a really weird Sister Abigail into the Titantron that
looked weak.
Yeah, and then
looked like the rubber icicles.
What I actually thought was gonna happen, just because I don't know how the rest of this company likes to fuck with Bray Wyatt, was Jericho was just gonna lay him out with the Cobra, pin him and win.
Yep.
But no, he lays out Miz with a drop kick. Wyatt lays out Jericho with Sister Abigail. Then he lays out Miz with Sister Abigail because
why not?
Yeah, why not?
Because he's gonna win on Sunday. Oh, sorry, he's gonna lose on Sunday.
Oh yeah. So all this will be nothing after Sunday.
Pretty much.
And now when people are I went on Wikipedia, there's like that this is a hint of a face. The hint of a face with Wyatt since he attacked the Miz. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Wikipedia, stop lying to me.
He's going into a feud with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. And he's going to lose the House of Horrors match. Hopefully he wins the IC belt. So the guy that was just the WWE champion 2 months ago is winning the IC belt.
Yep. Backwards booking here.
Yep.
As for Smackdown.
Oh, wait, there's more stuff on Raw. Matt Hardy defeated Sheamus. Probably my second favorite match on the show. I liked it. Matt Hardy was acting a lot more broken than...
Broken!
You're the math whiz. How much broken, how much regular?
He's about 60-40.
Yep. Because he did the wonderful one, yes. But Matt Hardy, some cool spots was he had a side effect on the apron. which I thought he was going to try to pin Sheamus, but Matt Hardy, you need to start remembering. Maybe that's why he's got broken, because the side effect never works.
Yeah.
He's like, my side effect never works. Maybe he needs to delete his side effect.
Delete it!
And then, but during the match, Sheamus shoves Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy's upset about this, so he gets up on the apron. Cesaro pulls down Jeff Hardy and says, "What are you doing on the apron?" So then Matt Hardy beats him with a twist of fate. I did like that Matt Hardy won this match here. I know it gives Sheamus and Cesaro no momentum, but it would have been 50-50 booking if you had one team.
Yeah, it would have been 50-50.
Yeah. Which, they got it right here. They just couldn't get it right later on in the show.
Braun, damn it. All right.
Afterwards,
it's six-man tag, and
well, Cesaro was pissed about it. Sheamus like, no, I shouldn't have shoved it, and they shake hands. This feud's so awkward because it's face-face.
Yep.
But the six-man tag, I'll let you talk about the six-man tag. The promo and everything.
Enzo comes out, gets the shit kicked out of him. Then we had Finn Balor replacing him with Seth Rollins and Big Cass going up against Samoa Joe in the club, where Rollins debuted his new finisher, where...
Yep.
Yeah, that's him.
I didn't mind the six-man tag. It was good.
No.
Put over the Joe Rollins angle.
Please, Braun, win. I want to be a 4-time champion.
You mean Joe?
What?
You said, please, Joe win.
No, please, Braun.
Oh.
Braun. Hey, Braun will win. So we won't pick Joe.
Okay. But I'm picking... But yeah.
You know, a weird-ass show which the camera went fucked.
Yeah. But anyhow, I liked the six-man tag. Finn Balor's kind of not really relevant at the moment because everybody else is kind of busy in storylines.
Yep.
So
wonderful.
I like that he's gonna feud with the Miz though. That one I like, even though it doesn't make any sense that they're switching Miz from Ambrose. But I still like the fact that because I think Miz could actually do some pretty good stuff with Finn Balor and stuff. Miz could like feud with anybody really, except like maybe Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
Anything else? The women's segment. Dana Brooke, Alicia Fox did watch. Talk about the Alicia Fox. Dana
15
Brooke
seconds. The match sucked. The finish was botched.
And then the Alexa Bliss stuff, didn't mind too much. Don't know why Alexa Bliss lost on purpose by count out. That was stupid. To Sasha Banks, that was
She's
dumb.
trying to conserve her strength for the match.
What you did was cost yourself a winning paycheck.
Yep.
So if you can't afford to do something, blame yourself.
Hey, it's the heel being dumb. I can't blame the heel being dumb.
Yeah.
If it's the face being dumb, that's a whole different issue.
Yeah. Because the face is smarter than the heels, but it should be the other way around.
Yeah.
Anything else while we're missing? The Cruiserweight, Aries and Gallagher defeated Perkins and Neville, whatever.
Neville, I'm actually rooting for Neville too, even though I picked Aries. I'm rooting for Neville.
Okay.
Neville's the best champion.
I think that's it on Raw.
Smackdown! Fuck! We gotta talk about the artist again.
Talk about the opening segment.
Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura came out to have a promo segment. Fuck!
Yeah.
So they're making Michael Jackson jokes even though they're calling him the artist, which is a property that's owned by Prince.
And I want to say this, even though they're making Michael Jackson just... Dolph, you missed the most obvious one!
Yeah, the jacket.
The jacket! Bobby Roode got that right!
Yeah.
Actually, but when Bobby Roode made it on NXT, it made sense because the jacket is Michael Jackson based. Everything else isn't.
The Vince, ready? Vince has to Vincify everything. He's not the king of strong style. That's what he was in the Indies. You know what he is? He's the artist.
So it's like,
what the fuck does that mean? He's the artist.
It's like,
look at the entrance.
You could just see them.
But he's a great wrestler. Oh, don't you dare say that word in front of me. There's no such thing as that anymore. So
how do you think he booked the new pay-per-view name?
Okay, so here's how he booked it.
I know we're switching, but
so we can't use bad blood because we're not gonna have blood on the picture. You can't say blood anymore. But we can say balls, and we'll set them on fire. The great balls of fire.
And then the rest, and then like someone who.
Great idea, Vince.
Or either this, or if someone's trying to counter it doesn't make any sense to do great balls of fire because people are gonna look at that name and go, "What the hell?"
They're not gonna tell him that because it's Vince.
Yeah.
It's Vinnie Mac.
This is an example of maybe that's why Raw sucked this week. Maybe Raw was originally good, and Vince saw the script and was like, I don't like it.
Yeah, they had to scramble it out. Why is Braun winning? That makes too much sense.
Why is Alexa Bliss not getting herself counted out?
Why are we doing a main event without Bray Wyatt?
That's why we have to fool the fans into thinking that we're gonna make them look strong coming out of feuds. You know what? I just thought of something. I want Ambrose. I know we've been pushing
Ambrose, Miz, and Finn. Right. But instead, let's flip the two.
That's not gonna make any sense. And then here's him for SmackDown. Jinder Mahal, we had you get bitched out by Clock. But now you're gonna be the number one contender to the WWE Championship.
Yep.
And then here's I know this.
Look at those abs, muscles, veins. Great balls of fire.
I know. Maybe that's how he came up with it. He said it stupidly one day, and they're like, you know what? That sounds like a name for a paper.
Don't poke me.
No, and then but anyhow, but you pretty much explained the whole Shinsuke thing, right? Or do you want to?
I hate the fact that he's being called the artist.
But I want to sum up the whole tag team beat the clock challenge. You know what? We're gonna have a tag team beat the clock challenge, and you know what, Breezango? For some odd reason, I like you. You're face now. Your face, you connect with the audience, even though you get no reaction when you come out, but your face, so we're not going to give you a proper face tone. And then here's, and you know what? You're going to beat the Ascension with 2 minutes and 36 seconds to spare. You're not going to build suspense that you almost beat the clock. And then, I know you guys have been irrelevant, but you know what? No one will remember that you guys have been a jobber tag team since you guys got together. You're the number one contender to the Smackdown tag team titles. That pretty much sums up what?
Yep. Alright, so I would sum up SmackDown and the fact that it was...
Oh, we didn't cover the ending.
Oh, okay, so the women's title match ends like this.
SmackDown women's title match.
Yeah. Both women get beat up by Tamina, Natalya, and Carmella.
Natalya, good. I'm fine with that.
I like Carmella, and Tamina sucks terribly. Basically a beat down. Apparently Becky Lynch might be turning heel.
Yeah. It doesn't look that way.
And they gotta turn Charlotte face as to be the face of the women's division.
The question I have is, where was this last week?
Yeah.
They were so mad that Charlotte got a women's title match, SmackDown women's title match.
They waited for her to get the title match first, and then they decided to attack her.
Like when Byron Jackson said, "Why now?" I'm like, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, Byron, why now?
Alright.
What else did I?
Thumbs down.
What else though was on SmackDown that I did?
Okay, I liked the banter between Kevin Owens, who's looking more and more like a fatter John Cena.
I read online. This probably isn't true.
Oh, the Vince is pissed that he's not losing weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's the reason why he's in the suit.
The Steel to West statement has like a lot of flawed facts. Like because they put the U.S. belt, they see it big thins and Kevin Owens. Yeah, they put the U.S. belt on Kalisto too. And look what happened to him this week.
Yeah. Well, he won a match. What are you talking about?
Why? He won a match.
The match.
Then let me do another example. But they put the U.S. belt on Santino Marella.
Yeah.
But anyhow, yeah. So what was I even talking? But yeah, Kevin Owens. I like what they did with him this week. I love his commentary. My favorite line of commentary was, "Byron, your stupid questions make me miss Cole every week, and I hate Cole. So that means you must suck." That was an awesome line. You know, Styles wins with a roll up. He's obviously face now. I'm okay with him being face because I was thinking like I guess he hasn't really had a proper turn either, but I guess when he shook Shane's hand, that was his turn probably. Yep. And then afterwards, Owens and Corbin beat down AJ Styles.
Sammy comes down, it's ineffective. Sammy is not effective.
Owens just takes off because he got better things to do.
Whoa.
And then Sami Zayn hits a haluva kick on Corbin. It doesn't really affect him all that much. And then Owens just lays out Sami Zayn from behind and lays out Styles with the pump-up powerbomb. I like this. This was good. Should have been the main event segment probably. Yep. And then afterwards, on Talking Smack, while Sami Zayn was being interviewed, Corbin attacked him, and now Shane McMahon has suspended him indefinitely. I did put some thought. I think he's suspended because what he did differently than Carmelo and Natalya was he shoved a referee. So that might be why he's getting fined and suspended, storyline-wise.
I guess so.
But still, Natalya and Carmella did the same thing, and they will wrestle the next week. And I have a feeling too what's going to happen is Sami Zayn's going to no-sell these injuries.
You will please be unconscious.
And then what happened? JBL was on Talking Smack. He was talking about how you shouldn't even study for your math test, just cheat. Great job, JBL. I'm not going to take any of his advice because we know...
he's a bully.
Becky Lynch called him a bully.
Yep.
And then what else happened on SmackDown this week? we pretty much kind of talked about the Beat the Clock challenge, pretty much. So overall, SmackDown was an average show. Rusev's promo I liked too.
The Andre Cien Almas lookalike.
Yeah. I like. He doesn't want to be on SmackDown. Well, he doesn't say that, but he says he hates Daniel Bryan. He hates Shane McMahon. And he says that if he doesn't get a WWE Championship match at Money in the Bank, he's quitting. Did he say he's quitting SmackDown or the whole company? I guess SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown.
Because he'll quit the whole company. So, but I liked it. What I liked about it was it gives me a match because I actually want to see Rusev. I really wanted to see him win the WWE title, but that's just a fantasy world.
Yeah. Against Jinder Mahal.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine?
That's what this whole thing's been building up for.
But Jinder Mahal stole the WWE Championship, and I'm all of a sudden supposed to think the Bollywood boys as serious threats. Yep. No, thank you. Is that it?
Yeah,
okay. Overall thoughts on Raw. Rate Raw from 1 to 10.
6.
Okay. Wait.
No. 4.
Okay.
4.
I'm saying below average. Rate SmackDown from 1 to 10.
4.
Ooh, I rated it a 5.
It's high.
Okay. So SmackDown was slightly better than Raw this week. Let's do our quick predictions for. I don't know. It is Payback, because I had the other pay-per-view name in my head. Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass.
Zoe and Cass.
Okay. I'm picking Zoe and Cass. Since Gallows and Anderson won a few weeks ago, and they laid out Enzo Amore this Monday on Raw. Probably with the whole Miz TV segment, it's going to lead to Miz Badger and Finn Balor. Finn Balor will attack him. That will set up the feud. I'm just going off the top of my head. Cruiserweight Championship match between Neville and Austin Aries. Picking Austin Aries. I mean, I didn't see 205 Live this week, but I don't really go by who stands tall on the Go Home show because that's kind of irrelevant because a lot of people now they stand tall on the Go Home show and still win on Sunday. Ergo, John Cena against AJ Styles this year. But then I think Cena kind of like is an exception. He's an exception to that rule. What else though was Matt? The Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team titles. I'm picking the Hardy Boys.
Hardys, yeah.
I thought you picked Cesaro and Sheamus.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah, can't change them. Okay, let's see. Well, Braun Strowman's facing someone. I'm just gonna say he wins, but I'm not watching this match.
Braun!
Better win. Especially after losing at least Tokyo. Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe. I'm picking Samoa Joe. What else? The U.S. title match, Jericho versus Owens. Picking Owens.
Yeah.
Even because Jericho's leaving after this. I think this Monday is his last Raw. I read.
Yep.
Trying to think what else matches on the show. Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Bayley's retaining. All these matches, every feud that Bayley's into SummerSlam is just plot devices for Sasha Banks.
Blanks. Sasha Blanks.
Yep. Please, Sasha, turn heel. You need to turn heel. You really need to turn heel. Because this isn't even Sasha Banks anymore. I'm trying to think what else matches. So I got the Seth Rollins Samoa Joe match. I think that's all the matches.
Okay.
Can you look it up real quick?
No.
Oh wait, can I look it up? Just make sure I didn't miss a match. You already have it up. So got Bayley Bliss. Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt in the House of Horrors match. Randy Orton. That's gonna be an interesting match. That match could be either be really good,
I think it's gonna be the latter.
Yeah. The weird thing is too is the hyping this up too. Like this match is gonna start in the House of Horrors and end in the win. That kind of scares me. So we're gonna wait and see what this is. Commentary team for both Raw and SmackDown suck. Get new commentary teams.
The fuck JBL thing is still going on.
Yep.
It's June.
So plug your channels.
John Tuddy and the football course. 2:30.
Oh, on the Talkinator. I just did my 400 subs video not that long ago, and I have a bone to pick with you. Football Reporters is not subscribed to on the Talkinator. Every subscription counts.
All right.
So you gotta subscribe later. John Tuddy got shouted out, but Pro Football Reporters, they did anyways because I mentioned you do that channel. But and I want a certain YouTube channel to unsubscribe. By the way, I won't say what it is on here, but
did you actually say his name on there or no?
I did.
Gave him promotion.
And then CM Brothers That's this channel. Subscribe here, and then subscribe to the Less Than Fortune 44. Sorry about the aftershock corner this week.
It's interesting.
Yeah, way too.
Interesting one.
So we're just gonna say goodbye.
Yeah.